Is the BJP-PDP honeymoon over even before it began? BJP President Amit Shah summoned the party leader Nirmal Singh, who is the state's Deputy Chief Minister, and asked him to deliver a stern message to Mr. Sayeed and his PDP. The BJP reportedly said that it would not sacrifice its ideology for the sake of power. And I quote, "Next time there will be consequences," Nirmal Singh was reportedly asked to tell the PDP. Now, this comes after a political row over the separatist Masarat Alam's release from jail on Saturday, which left the centre bare and vulnerable to the opposition's attacks. Nasir Masoodi and Ketki Angre both following the story. They join us. Nasir, let's go across to you first in Jammu. Despite the BJP staff stand, the fact is, as NDTV has accessed these letters that show that the sign-off for this decision actually came from the governor. So surely the BJP should have known about this, or the Home Ministry certainly should have.
Well, Sarah, these are costly judicial proceedings, and the Home Ministry, Home Secretary is not State Home Secretary, is not supposed to inform Governor, Chief Secretary or anybody in the Union Home Ministry. So these are the costly judicial proceedings, and he has to do it independently, because these are the proceedings where he has to take decisions and he is answerable to the courts if something goes wrong. And according to those proceedings, the decision was made by the Home Secretary. He conveyed that decision that the detention order of Masarat Alam under Public Safety Act is void, because it has not been confirmed by the Home Department within the mandatory time of 12 days. But regardless of its legal merits, this has become a more political issue. How will this coalition work when they cannot handle such an issue about one release of one separatist leader? How can they handle now the bigger issues like the Armed Force Special Powers Act? I'm joined by PDP's youth president, Mr. Wahid Rahman Para. Wahid, you tell me, how can you deal with this? How can this coalition function when you cannot handle this? You have been now saying it has happened during the governor's rule, but the fact is it happened when Mufti took charge and the DM revoked. He said he should be released.
Well, I think this government has to work, because it's a democratic and political reality of Jammu and Kashmir today, and the people in Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh know that if you don't have this alliance, then you don't have a government, and you can't have a government because next coming mandate will be
BJP is sending a message to you that you have to mend your ways, otherwise this alliance will end.
I think we have very clearly agreed to disagree on certain issues from the very beginning of when the CMP was being formed, and there are a lot of controversial issues where we are almost agreed that let's not take on the controversial issues. So far, this issue is now concern of Masarat Alam's release. I think people in Delhi need to understand. First of all, they thought it was a PDP decision, political decision, and they tried to corner PDP. Soon after, this letter was exposed by you people, and then you realize that you start cornering BJP. The whole idea is that we are somehow putting a very big question mark on the system. That system does not deliver. There are a lot of decisions in the government which have been taken by the system in itself.
Correct.
This is one of the
Wahid. So it's not the first time when any separatist leader has been released as part of the costly judicial system, which is like the Home Secretary or the DM. During Umar Abdullah's time, hundreds of the people, hundreds of youth who were involved in student pelting were released. That time everybody appreciated. Nobody raised the question why these people have been released. But since it is a BJP-PDP alliance and BJP is being cornered in Delhi, how come a top separatist who is believed to have spearheaded 2010 agitation has been released? That it has become more political, more about perceptions than the reality. But it is certainly threatening the PDP-BJP alliance in Jammu and Kashmir.
All right, thanks, Nazir. Ketki, you heard Nazir and his guest from the PDP there. So was this move by the BJP really just a move to save face here?
Well, certainly the BJP will leave no stone unturned as far as face saving is concerned, especially because it's the first time it's in alliance with the PDP, an alliance many didn't even think was palatable in the first place. There's a huge resentment within its cadre as well. Many feel that PDP didn't even take the BJP on board before that release order was even put out. So certainly Amit Shah, the president of the BJP, trying to send a very strong message that this will not be tolerated in the future, and the BJP will stick to the common minimum program but will not do anything that is in favor of separatists or is in favor of anybody who has been seen as working against the interests of India. Sarah?